When you think of a toxic friend or peer, what's the first thought that comes to mind? Is it someone who gossips frequently? Maybe someone who's bossy and a nightmare to work with? Well, what about Machiavellianism? Machiavellianism refers to a personality trait that is characterized by an ability to be extremely manipulative, deceitful, and cunning as a means to achieve one's goals, such as power and status. And it's one of the 3 tenets of the Dark Triad, which includes narcissism and psychopathy. Individuals with a Machiavellian personality profile can be incredibly manipulative. Put it this way, if someone with the Machiavellian trait was a soul reaper, manipulation is their zanpakuto. As a matter of fact, there are many clear-cut examples of this type of personality in movies and television, such as Frank Underwood from House of Cards, the ambitious and conniving politician who stops at nothing to achieve his goals and further his political career. And who can forget Walter White from the show Breaking Bad, the embattled anti-hero and drug kingpin who ruthlessly destroys anyone who gets in his way. Sounds kind of scary, right? Well, although these are extreme examples, Machiavellian individuals definitely exist and they can make any setting toxic. These 4 signs can help you figure out if you have a peer or friend with the Machiavellian quality. Let's dive right into the signs. Number 1, excessive gossip. Have you ever met someone who seems to beam with joy when speaking negatively about others? Gossip is a predictable and inevitable aspect of life, and it's not abnormal for someone to gossip occasionally. However, gossiping becomes very dangerous and toxic when taken to the extreme, such as starting vicious rumors and using others to obtain personal information that could be damaging to their reputation. Individuals with the Machiavellian trait tend to weaponize any information that comes their way and have a talent for manipulating harmless statements into something that conveniently fits their narrative. So be extremely careful and tread with caution when saying anything to them. Number 2, highly competitive. Possessing a strong sense of ambition is generally something positive and admirable, which it is. There's nothing wrong with being competitive. However, when a person is so competitive that they're willing to compromise their own values and hurt other people to achieve their goals, that's when it becomes toxic. According to Professor Mariana Bakarova, PhD, people who would score highly when being tested for Machiavellianism, for instance, are very motivated by money, power, and competition, and winning, and less so on community building. So you can see why bullying would come easily for Machiavellians. Coercion and intimidation are just a few of the tactics that Machiavellian individuals use to gain leverage, whether it's in school, the workplace, or in social situations. So if you're seeing an almost ruthless competitive streak in one of your friends, peers, or acquaintances, this could be a sign of Machiavellianism. Number 3, insincere flattery. Another prevalent behavior of a Machiavellian individual is the use of insincere and excessive flattery, especially to those in positions of power and influence. Take it from the Queen Bee herself, Regina George. She uses the, "Oh my God, where did you get that? It's so cute" line, then turns around and bashes that same thing she just complimented. Flatterers can appear to be very charming and friendly, but if the Machiavellian trait is present, then that flattery can come with an ulterior motive. Social psychologists and authors of studies in Machiavellianism, Richard Christie and Florence Gaze, emphasize the fact that Machiavellians tend to use their relationships for personal gain. Instead of a deep, meaningful friendship, they form weak, superficial bonds with others. This way, it's easier to pick up and put down the friendship when needed. If you notice your friend or acquaintance is constantly showering a person of power or influence, such as a teacher, a boss, or even a celebrity, with gifts and compliments, but then proceeds to treat everyone else poorly, this could be a sign of a Machiavellian trait. And number 4, manipulation. This component is central to a Machiavellian's cold and calculated nature and can manifest in several different ways. Some examples of their manipulative tactics include trying to generate sympathy from others through deceit, turning others against someone else, or even gaslighting. Protecting ourselves from being manipulated by these types of individuals is vital. And according to licensed psychologist Diane Grant, PhD, there are several ways you can avoid falling prey to Machiavellians, such as setting boundaries, building supportive relationships, and avoiding trusting them with any vulnerabilities. So, do you have a Machiavellian person in your life? How are you dealing with the situation? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Psych2Go for more content. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in our next video.